Okay, Cancer. So, okay, right now, I definitely feel like you are evaluating a situation, evaluating whether or not you are going to walk away from it. I do feel like it's like you're going back and forth about it. You're not really sure. It's like you feel like your emotions or your emotional needs aren't really being met in this situation. But at the same time, it seems like it's a difficult decision for you to make because you're still kind of tossing it around. I do feel like you're really lost in your thoughts right now. Like you're just, you're just kind of sitting there, you're hanging out. You have the Four of Swords too. And it just seems like you're evaluating. You're just really thinking about it. I feel like, yeah, it just seems like it doesn't feel cloudy, although I do see clouds. So it doesn't necessarily feel like confusion. It just seems to be a lack of clarity about what you want to do. And that's why you're kind of tossing it around. You have your goddess energy is Rhiannon, Enchantment. And that's the thing. That's what I noticed about this card is you see how it's like very enchanted energy in this card. But like she's headed that way. So her back is turned to something else. And it seems as though like you know where the energy is that is enchanting for you, and it might not be your current circumstances, or there are things about your current circumstances that need to evolve and change in order for you to feel that way. You could also be feeling very disenchanted by your situation that you're in right now. Like maybe it's just not meeting your expectations, or maybe it just isn't what you actually thought that it was, because sometimes we do that, we project. And you could be realizing now that it's like not at all what you really perceived, and so you're sitting back in your thoughts right now, just really unsure of your action that you want to take. Okay, so don't spend too much time in your head. You may need to get outside. It's Taurus season, for crying out loud. Get outside and really ground yourself. Walk barefoot, in the grass or the dirt, and really allow yourself to get grounded, because you may be way too much in your head right now about your circumstances. I am getting the energy. I'm going to get to that in a second. See, you have cards like conclusion, and you have the Eight of Wands. I am kind of getting the sense it's like that you need to move on, but you're not 100% about it. It's like that you need to put an end to something. You honestly, I'm not getting any past energy though. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for you is you have the Star card and you have the Justice card. So this is Aquarius and Libra energy, if that means anything to you. But what I am seeing is you're wishing on a star for something. Okay, you're putting that out in the universe. You see how this person is looking up at that star, wishing on a star, and she seems to be pretty sad about where she's at right now, and her toe is dipped in the water, which to me tells me that she is entering a spiritual way of viewing her circumstance. Okay, the Justice is about truth. It can also be about balance. It can be about setting things straight with another person. And when you have cards like this, like you have the Eight of Wands, you could be really wanting to communicate with somebody. And when you have the Three of Cups, this can be about having coffee with somebody. This can be, the Page of Cups can be about an apology. It can be about reaching an understanding, just starting over again with an emotional situation, or starting a new one. Okay. And see, you have this Eight of Cups here. And I just feel like, you're looking out here in comparison with the Star. And it's like you really know where your wish fulfillment is, and it's not where you're at. You know, you're on a journey to this enchantment energy. And this is why this is your goddess. Okay, Rhiannon, which who doesn't love that song too? But anyway, so you have the Judgment card as well. So this can be about seeing things, you know, for the first time, seeing like, you know, rising from the dead and just like having brand new eyes. It's so interesting because in this particular card, the figure actually is like an angel, you know, and it's like angels, they know everything, they see everything. So it's like your mind could, through all this like reflective energy that you're in right now, which you have the Hermit card too, a lot of self-reflection. Try not to get too lost in your thoughts, like I said. But I feel like in this energy that you're in, you're really starting to see things very clearly, even perhaps for the first time. And then you have this Knight of Pentacles, which is like, you know, I see this card as starting out on a new journey. And like I was saying, wherever it went, I don't know where it went. I do this all the time. Okay. Look, you know, heading out on this journey. This journey to what you're really wanting, what truly makes you happy, where you feel like the enchantment actually is. Oh my gosh, this is so interesting because all this leaf energy. And that's why you have this grounding. Like, I do feel like the answers for you are out in nature. It does seem to center around your home life. You see? House of Flowers. I get the sense that what I'm seeing is like you're moving towards a way of life in which you feel like you can truly bloom from within. Because like perhaps wherever you're at in your life right now, it's like you feel stunted. You know, it feels like you start to grow a little bit and then you wilt, you know? And in order for you to be truly bountiful, you know, and abundant within yourself, you know that you are supposed to be somewhere else. And I feel like that's what all this reflective energy is about. And you're still kind of teetering back and forth. But the way that I often see this, and this is your shadow energy, I often see this as the answers are here. You know, the answers are in the ether. As this figure is like jumping from one experience to the next, the answers are in here. So it's like there's a need for you to get grounded within yourself because the answers are going to come to you. And you may need to do that outside. And it's so interesting because I actually see that. Like, this person is meditating, and I have shown you all of this energy of like being outside. And I feel like that's where you're going to get your answers. Okay? So interesting. You have this Blossom card too. I feel like you feel like your growth is stunted where you're currently at. And maybe at one point you thought that this was what you really wanted. You thought that this is what was good for you. But then now it's like you're really starting to see that, yeah, because you have these two swans. It's like, it seems like you felt like this was what was good for you, you know? But then there's all this energy of like the dragonflies and the butterflies and the birds. And it's like now you're like you're moving forward. You're, what is the word I'm looking for? So I'm getting the energy. This is what I'm getting. That like you're needing to align with your true north, okay? Because maybe in the past you were headed south. That's what I'm feeling, okay? And like your true north is going to align you with a situation that feels like home. You know, maybe it's a new home. You could be moving new homes. And you're feeling like where you're at right now, it's just not working for you. But maybe you've put so much energy into building in this current situation that it's difficult for you to make the decision. But it's like, you know, that in order for you to truly feel like you are abundant and blossoming in your life, you're needing to go on this journey to move forward. And it may have taken you quite some time with this Knight of Pentacles. Like, it could have taken you months to come to this realization that you're like needing to go on a new journey and move forward. And that's what makes it so difficult for you. But I'm seeing this, I want to say, was it Cancer that had enchantment before? It's like you're needing to believe that the enchantment is still out there. Like the miracles, the happiness, the joy, it's still out there. Just because it's not working where you're at currently doesn't mean that it's not still out there. It just means that like you've got to practice gratitude for what you've gained from the experience that you're in, and then allow yourself to move forward, you know. And you have forward movement energy. And you also have forward movement energy that brings happiness and joy, okay? It's just a matter of you making a decision to conclude the circumstances that you're in, or you may even need to change them, you know? Maybe there are just certain adjustments that need to be made in the situation that you're in order for you to feel like you're actually in a, you know, in the right type of environment for you to truly grow and flourish. I'm so sorry. I was like struggling to get my words out, but you know, so like I said, it doesn't have to be like a complete change of environment. It could just be some adjustments. But either way, I do feel like you are knowing that there needs to be a change, and right now you're evaluating that. So you have all this energy. I'm just getting outside because that's where the answers are. So, okay, I'm going to do Leo next, and that's what I have for Cancer. Bye.